Hi there and welcome to this video series where I will be searching for the best trading strategy for cryptocurrency trading. In each video I'm going to test a strategy that is explained in a YouTube video, trading site or is publicly available for use. Each strategy will be tested on its performance by trading multiple digital asset pairs over their largest possible backtest period. The result of this test is then compared with the results of earlier tested strategies. If you like these videos and want to see more of them, then please click on the like button and subscribe to my channel. If you want to get notified on my newest content, then please click the bell icon. It will also help the YouTube algorithm. Please remember that this video is for entertainment and education purposes only. I am not a professional, so always do your own research before using any information in real trading. In this video I will test a strategy that is freely available for use in the Freqtrade GitHub site under the strategies repository. The exact location is the GitHub site from Freqtrade under Freqtrade strategies, tree, master, user data, strategies and Berlin guy in CA. All these strategies are made by author Gert Wohlgemuth, if I say his name correctly, so all credits go to him for making these strategies. This time I'm going to test this ADX Momentum strategy and find out if it's profitable or not. This strategy makes use of the ADX and DI plus and DI minus indicator and the momentum indicator. And because they're all momentum based, I call this a momentum strategy. The ADX is a trend indicator and it is accompanied by the DI plus and DI minus indicator. The ADX itself just gives an indication of the trend strength but not the direction of the trend. If it is above the 25, then it's considered a strong trend. And the DI plus and DI minus have been added to indicate the direction of the trend. When the DI plus is above the DI minus, then the trend is bullish and vice versa. The momentum indicator is a centered oscillator and obviously also shows you the momentum of an asset. When the indicator is above 0, then it indicates an uptrend, and when it's below 0, that it indicates a downtrend. You can find more information on both of these indicators on the internet, so I suggest you to do some searching to learn more on how these indicators work. As I was looking at the code, I saw that the strategy does the following. There is a buy signal triggered when the ADX and DI plus indicators are above the 25 level. The DI plus should be above the DI minus, and the momentum indicator should be above 0. The sell signal is given when the ADX is still above 25, but DI minus gets above the 25 and DI plus gets under the DI minus line. Also, momentum indicator gets below 0 at that time. Also, the strategy has a default take profit point when the ROI hits 1% profit. The strategy has a stop loss sell signal when the price hits 25% loss, so I guess that's what the breathing room of the strategy is. The original time frame is the 1 hour time frame. And the strategy starts working after 20 candles, so after 20 hours of waiting with the original time frame. And that's basically it. So now we know all this, let's backtest this strategy over all the time periods and see if the 1 hour is the most profitable one or if another time frame gives better results. After the backtest, I have the following somewhat surprising results. Out of the box, these results are horrible, and considering this, I think it's better that we use this strategy more as an example to learn something than to actually use it for trading at the moment. What strikes me first is that this strategy was intended for a 1 hour time frame, but with the backtesting period and the trading pairs I used, it produced the worst results of all. The win rate is quite good, and I wish more of the earlier tested strategies could have such a win rate. But how come that this produces such bad results then? To make sense of this, I have taken the example of the 1-day backtest result to see what is happening. If you read the results of this backtest, then you see that the amount of winning trades is indeed very good and they produce a profit of $2,125. However, the low amount of losing trades due to stop loss signal produces a loss of $2,737. And watching this immediately, I must think of the strategy file where the take profit setting is only 1%, but the stop loss is triggered at a loss of 25%. So for this strategy to be profitable, I think it should at least have 26 winners for each stop loss to get only 1% profit, if my calculations are correct. So knowing this, can I tweak the parameters to get better results for this strategy? For this, I have created a specific strategy hyperopt file where I'll be searching for the ideal ADX and momentum period. I will leave that hyperopt file on my blog and you can find the link in the description below for that. So now let's see what I can do with hyperparameter optimization. After the hyperparameter optimization session and doing a backtest over the 1-day time frame, I got some staggering improvements. This strategy turned out from an initial loser to a good winner. And if you watch the hyperopt results, then you can see where this improvement comes from. Instead of taking small 1% profits, the ROI settings have been changed to take profits after 72%, 43% or 15%, or at the end just leaving the trade where there's no profit at all. Also, the stop loss setting has increased to 34.5%, probably to let the strategy breathe a little bit more. And of course, the indicator settings also have been changed to be more responsive to market circumstances. So wow, what an improvement. I'm very curious to see how the profit charts look. If you look at the profit chart of the original strategy, you can see that this is one big drawdown drama. Only when there's a good bullish movement overall, the strategy shows some profit. But when these upward trends have been stopped, the strategy just drains your trading account. But if you look at the chart after the strategy has been optimized, the story is completely different. There is a nice upward movement when the bull trend is happening, and the biggest drawdown period is similar to other strategies that I've tested earlier. The only thing I do not like is the abrupt loss at the peak of May 2021, but these losses were temporary. But just stay warned, because this strategy apparently can create sudden drops in your profit like this. So, now that I know this, let's see how this ADX Momentum strategy performs in comparison with the earlier test I have done. But before I continue with the overall strategy leak, I quickly want to inform you about the way I do these tests. In this overview I have written down the setup for this test and the method I try to find the best strategy. And yes, one could argue that some choices are not correct, and I know that some choices are arbitrary, like the amount of open trades, the choice of crypto pairs, start of the backtest, the choice of compounding the profits, etc, etc. But the point is that this is the way I do my backtest to find profitable strategies, and everyone should develop their own way of testing and getting a certain amount of trust in their own methodology. That is why I say that you should always do your own research after watching my videos and before using the strategy in live trading. So, with this out of the way, let's see how this ADX Momentum strategy performs in comparison with my earlier tests. The ADX Momentum enters the overall strategy league in the 5th position. The most noteworthy is the win rate, which is the highest of all strategies so far. But I must admit that this is only the result of the hyperopt session, which tweaked a lot of parameters. I think these results are mainly because of the tweaked ROI settings. Also, something to remember is the sudden drop in the profit chart on this strategy, which I've shown earlier. And finally, the draws that the strategy has are actual trades that did not get results in the backtest. Nonetheless, in real trading, these consume trading fees and will take a bite off your account. So all in all, a nice moderate result of the strategy, but be aware of the reasons it came to this position. And with this I am at the end of my video. Thank you for watching, and as always I want to ask you to please click on the like button. Also click the bell icon if you want to get notified on my newest videos. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. Please keep in mind that I am not affiliated with the Freqtrade bot or the writers of these strategies. So if you have any questions about that, then ask the developers on their GitHub site. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.